So this video is going to be on the white balance and exposure settings within the Canon PTZ. So the first thing is to open up in Chrome GHC stream, and you'll see PTZ1 and PTZ2. So we'll first go to that one. And so you'll already have your white balance card set up, but make sure the first few things you do are change the shooting mode to manual. The speed, a lot of times it'll be on auto, but you want to change the shutter mode to speed (seconds), and then change this to 1/60th. And just as a side note, the reason for that is it's called a 180-degree rule, where your frames per second, we're shooting it on the video, we're shooting at 30 frames per second. So your shutter speed is going to be 1/2 times the frame rate. So if the frame rate's 30, then 1/2 times that is 1/60. Usually, because of the darkness of the room we're in, we'd have to turn this iris all the way down and to allow as much light as possible in, because we're usually in a room that's a little bit darker. Then you go to the white balance color and make sure that this white balance mode is on set A. Well, it could be either set A or set B. All you're doing with this is, once you set the white balance, if you power off the camera and power it back on, it's going to retain those settings on either set A or set B. So in this case, it's on set A, and you're going to zoom in to fill the screen with the white balance card, and just hit white balance calibration. And that is it. That's all it is for the white balance. So as far as the exposure, obviously you'll turn the card over. Turn the card over, make sure on those exposure settings, again, shooting mode is manual, shutter mode is on speed 1/60, and initially the iris is completely open. And this is where you go to this program, Nobe Omniscope. And it's going to ask you to connect to something. And in this case, this camera is going to be connected on NDI. And when we have two cameras set up, it will say in NDI channel 1 and channel 1. So there'll be two channel 1s. But if you hover over it, no, it doesn't say I thought it was going to say the IP address, but it doesn't. So you just have to pick one. And right now, you don't know exactly what's in the picture. So you go up over here to crop. And this is just showing you what's in the camera view. And you're going to resize this so that whatever is in this cropped image is going to be those top three. Let's see if I can get them in there. Okay, so see how in this case is I can't shrink it anymore. So what you might do in that case is just zoom up a little bit. There we go. So you're just going to want to incorporate just the white, the middle gray, and the dark gray, and then hit apply crop. So now you can see that 1, 2, 3, those three lines, and it's the two lines that you really kind of get concerned about are just this top one, which right now is hovering a little bit below 80, and this one, which is right around 50. So you're going to want to get that top line at around 90. But in order to do that, let me see if I could resize this. There we go. You'll have to go back here and let's see if we can do this. You'll have to go back here and try and change the exposure. So again, you're going to want that 80 a little bit. See if we close it. Oh, I'm sorry. That's what I noticed. Oh, that was a little tricky. You see, when I had it down over here, this does look kind of bright, and we saw this line, and initially I was thinking that was supposed to be the 90 IRE line. But then when I made it darker, I realized, whoa, coming down from above 100 is this other line. So this is actually the line that was way above 100 that you're trying to get down to 90. So just in case you're in that same situation, remember how I said you want to have this all the way open? That's, when we are at our venue, it's usually pretty dark. But in this case, it's not that dark. So initially, you're going to want to have 0 gain and have it all the way down. So instead of changing the gain first, you're going to want to change the iris aperture first, because you try not to add any artificial gain if you don't have to. So where we meet, usually we have to turn it all the way down and add gain. But where I'm at, I'm trying to get this all the way up to 90. So I'm going to change it by increasing, I'm going to change it by, yeah, I can't open the aperture anymore, because notice if I do that, it gets even darker. Okay, so if the iris is open as wide as it can go, so now the only option is to increase the gain. Oh, that's too much. Let's see. Okay, so we have a little numerical 99. We're trying to get it to 90. Let's see what it says. How about 93, 94, 92. Okay. So it says it's hovering at around 90. And this other one, you want to try to get it around 40. So to change that one, I'm going to go to Image Quality Details and first change this Master Black Pedestal. Let's see. Actually, let's see what happens if you turn that down. It goes down, but I want it up a little bit more. Okay. So now that's around 40, and that's around 91, 92, so that's good. So we have about 90 and 40. So I will leave it at that. Yeah. So that is how you do it. Sometimes you might have to, if this actually moves a little bit too much, you might have to take this gamma range, put it all the way up. All this gamma range does is it determines how much range this level has. So in other words, if I put this all the way down and I make changes here, there'll be very small changes. If I put the range all the way up, there'll be much bigger changes. But the changes at this black gamma level, that's more changing these two. So, and you could just play around with it. See, if I take it down, it takes them down a lot more without affecting the top as much. So that looks a little better. Whoops. I might have to go back to Ooh, what did I do? What did I do? Okay. Something happened there. All right. Let's go back. Um, 91, 89. Okay, I mean, we're just fudging around here. So that is it on the in-camera changes. In another video, we'll take a look at some changes within vMix.